Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to the darkest dungeon. We're just gonna go straight back to the ruins with the same party that we had previously, and we're gonna make this work. I don't really remember what I was doing regarding the Lancers, Standard Bearers, that's the name of them. But I'm thinking about replacing the Leper, because I don't really think we have anything that we want the Leper to do except for Purge. I guess if we can give him a better movement skill, he can knock the units back and then keep enemies kind of shuffled around, which would actually be kind of useful. So do we have a move resist or a move skill trinket? I actually don't think we do. I think those are pretty rare to come by. Move resist is relatively easy. 20% move skill chance would probably get rid of like the accuracy bonus, which is a little scary, but could be worth it. Could be worth it in order to move back enemies a little bit more reliably so that we can actually mess up their party order, which would help us to, reduce the damage that we take. Let's give it a shot. Let's provision for the mission. Let's take 3 stacks of food, a stack of shovels, 3 stacks of torches, plus maybe like 1. Probably don't need anti-venom. There is some bleeding that happens. I guess we're just basically gonna fill up the entire inventory, which is okay. I like it. Embark. Embark, bark, 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 bark. Maybe take like 2 torch. Take 1 torch in that stack. Dump a holy water, dump medicinal herbs, dump a bandage, dump a key. Let's do it. I don't think we need that many provisions. At least provisions that give us loot, because I'm not using the loot provisions anyways. I'm just, for the most part, saying no to loot when it shows up so that I can just eat my food later. Like, provisions are not something that's been a bit of a problem. I'm regretting not taking that map though, that gives us better trap disarmament chance and better scouting. I actually think that that's a very good trinket, and I should be utilizing that a lot more often. So this is a very interesting fight here. You don't normally get fights that just have like 2 enemies in them, but I guess it does happen sometimes. Calibra Moment says, this game looks very dark and foreboding with a little bit of disturbing. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, that describes this game. This game is horrifying, especially when you get to the end. I'm not gonna spoil the end at all, but the final area, the darkest dungeon, you crit off of that. The darkest dungeon itself is horrible. And also, the ending of the game is horrible. You're already dead. Toss out a heal. And by horrible, I just mean,
the slow death.
Eldritchian.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Are you kidding me? This is not quite as bad as getting point blank shot for 30 twice in a row, but it's pretty bad. He just has rushed shot. Is that really a high crit ability? That's insane. Well, we might as well just keep stacking up the blight on this guy. Now he's gonna crit again. Okay, we dodged that one, thank you. We dodged with a unit that has high dodge chance. That's a bad sign. I think it's actually a good sign. I prefer to think of it as we're getting the bad luck out of the way early. I do love the Crusader crit 3 times in a row. But I like to think of this as us getting the bad luck out of the way early. You are dead now. So we might not get attacked.
Slowly, gently.
And hopefully it all comes together later. Dude, keep the gold coming. I know we probably have enough gold, but can you really ever have too much gold on a mission? Bone Royalty, Cultist Witch, Champion, and the Shield Wall. I can't hit in the back. I should really get Intimidate out. What would I replace? Nothing, all right. Do you stun or do you plague? I think we plague. The healer can stun the Cultist Witch. The Crusader can snap the Bone Royalty in the back. And you can just purge. He did resist the move. We had a 160 base, so that was a 70% chance. Fair enough. You're not gonna hit that every time. Oh, you even have the focus ring, you jerk. Da, da, da. For some reason I thought Darkest Dungeon was made by Clay. This doesn't seem cute enough for Clay. Yeah, it definitely has that that Clay aesthetic of like hand-drawn animations, but Darkest Dungeon is definitely not a Clay. Yo, stop doing that, please. We're gonna go for a stun now. Keep that cultist witch from acting. I guess you might as well just toss out a stun yourself. We're gonna push the cultist champion back, so let's stun the shield wall so he doesn't guard. That's fine. Might be able to kill you, but I think purging you for 27, it's such a good crit. I just wish I attacked normally. I think that's the best outcome for us, and hopefully we can kill one of these units. Same percent chance of landing your stun. Go for the witch first, because a blight will kill both of these units. Well, it'll kill you before you act. Other than a stumbling scratch, I should say. Okay, so plague grenade, they're both dead now. So we only have the unit at the front, which means we can focus on stress heals, because we freaking need them, apparently. And honestly, hit me. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me. What's the stress looking like? 7 and 1, that's okay. Again, I wonder if they have like a higher crit chance on Mark, but hopefully not. Because I like that ability, it just buffs his protection, so he's less likely to need like a massive heal. Axe Blade. Dude, keep doing that all day, every day.
Inspiration and improvement.
Well, I wouldn't say they're improving that much. What's your damage? Speed of 2. You're dead. Let's see if we can't get one more stress heal before we finish the fight. Indeed, we did. Thank you very much. What is it? Wait, the leopard? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, the leopard does have pretty good speed. Only 4, though? What happened? I thought your speed was actually good.
As the fiend falls.
All right, got him. Have a ruby, which we are going to take. We don't need anti-venom on the mission. We only have the anti-venom because the plague doctor starts with it. So we'll keep the onyx and the rubies. We'll stack up gold in the future, I think. And let's keep going. Leave all the curios behind, though. Thank you, Plague Doctor. I really should grab that map to be able to have a 100% chance of disarming traps. It's so nice. And I really doubt the Plague Doctor needs Ashen Distillation or Blasphemous Vial. We could get rid of one. I'm sure we could get rid of one. It's 100% of room battle, so I do want to do this. I actually might not backtrack in this mission. It all depends on how things look later. But we'll keep that chest closed for now because it's not like we have inventory space for it. We're completely packed. Everything just takes up too much space, as is. That's the one negative of champion level missions, is that you have to take so much that you don't get a lot of opportunities to loot early. That's gems. You know, I will use this here in case we don't backtrack, but I figure let's get the gems early so we can keep stacking them, and then maybe we can get full stacks later. Surprise. Oh, that's why you need the map. That's why you need the map. Well, that sucks. You can't even... You can do emboldening vapors. That's about it. Start moving back. Not a good opening here. Oh no.
Waits.
A little bit of bleed is fine. You cannot clear your own bleed. I don't have the ability on you. Ah, that sucks. So you know what? Toss out a stun. And by stun I mean heal. Not a very good opening
Powerful blow.
salvo there, but now we're in a position where we can function. They love going for the Vestal. Why do they love going for the Vestal so much? She only has plus 10% stress. Maybe it's like a 2-hit thing. Maybe she's got like the lowest dodge. Honestly, I kind of want to kill you, but I think it's actually worth more to stun you. Brendan Toad says, why me? Don't worry about it.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, stun you. I love when a stun crits for 17. Then toss out a... Honestly, toss out a chop, just kill him.
Confidence.
I was thinking about
surges as
purging,
the
but let's
enemy
just purge
crumbles.
the witch next turn. Okay, now what do? Now I'm gonna buff the Crusader's speed so he can toss out more stress heals. You can't purge from this position. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Let's make sure that we can hit you on the next turn, then. We might take a little bit more stress damage if we try to stall with the Crusader, but... Screw it.
Obliterated.
I really don't want to take that much stress damage, so I'm okay with that.
Seize this
Also, I really
momentum.
should have used some bandages.
Push on
That's
to
my
the
bad.
task's end.
Deeds. I like deeds. Let's get rid of 4 torches and take a full stack of deeds. You can just bleed, who cares? Yeah, we really need the map, because the map, when you have scouting on an enemy, you cannot be surprised. So the map is actually extremely valuable just to prevent that kind of nonsense from happening that can really screw you up. Speed of 3. You have speed of 4. Scary. Start with the stun. I'm always worried about the point blank shots. Let's make sure that that has a low possibility of happening. 50-50 on the stun here. I'm gonna do that instead of the first heal because we don't really need to heal that much, but I'm glad we did it. And I hate to say it, but definitely withstand because of the point blank shot. I've learned my lesson. And a miss. I don't know what the problem is with his accuracy, but he's missing like every shot that I want him to hit.
A singular strike.
Well, it's more like a double strike, I would say, but you know, you do you. A singular double strike. You are exposed, interestingly enough. And the chance of knocking you back is 45%. I'm actually gonna go for it because it would be funny if it worked. I have no idea what he does from the back, but now the hunter is dead, which means that he's probably gonna act normally on the next turn, but that's very funny. I did not expect to actually have that land.
Continue the onslaught.
Now he gets pulled up.
Destroy them.
And now you're gonna shank us, or slice and dice. That's not that bad. That'll kill you. Oh, and now you're back up to the front. Hi, welcome. How you doing? I'm gonna do some stress heals.
The way is lit.
The
path
bloodletter,
is clear.
you know, if he hits us and
only
crits
the
us,
strength
I
of
just
the
want to try to reduce the stress on the Vestal anyways. You've got move resist, so you're good. And we'll just start crushing on this guy. Could toss out some stuns with the Vestal, trying to land it. It is 50-50. Sure, you know what? A 50-50 stun doesn't sound like good odds, but anything that buys us time, I'm happy with.
Momentary abatement.
A momentary abatement. I love that hotel. I can't believe you move first on this turn. That is dumb. Give me a chop. That's a little stress. It's 22 stress, which is not that bad. But as long as it's spread out, I actually don't really mind. I mostly mind about the stress being on the Vestal because she has the most stress. Okay, you're dead now. I really don't want her to just like panic. So that's why we're focusing on her, because the enemies are focusing on her. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, got some food, blood, and a crest. Who cares? Gargoyles. Not really that much of a problem. Can be stunned, can be blighted. I think actually if they have 10 speed, it's really hard for us to go before they do, but I am gonna buff the damage of the leper. I think he could probably ice one in one shot. Well, gets him half dead. But it's either that or blight one or stun one. I don't know. This is half of a attack after 2 attacks on the leper anyways because of the damage bonus, so why not? We'll stun this guy. There we go. I should have put my party back into their original position last turn. I forgot to do that. But also, I don't know if these guys are relatively difficult. Like, I don't know if they have a high crit chance or anything. They're just kind of chilling. Yeah, that'll kill you, so I'll just kill you. We'll stun you, because that's a 90% stun, and we'll let the Crusader do a more stress heal. We'll just stall this one, why not? I'm gonna assume that blighting a gargoyle is basically like hitting them with acid rain, says GT Gorg. You would think that they wouldn't be able to be blighted or bled, but I guess the blight is just like a big ball of acid, so. Well, except, is it acid or poison? Because plague grenade, you would assume would be a plague or poison, but noxious blast could be, you know, poisonous or acidic, I suppose. I guess it's a multi-use poison. Maybe the plague doctor is secretly an alien in disguise, actually. Okay, don't die.
The wounds of
More stress
war
heal.
can be healed, but never hidden.
Maybe the plague doctor has acid for blood. Okay, I knew you would get one more turn, but you're dead after this, and you only did 2 damage, so who cares? You should not be here. You have made a poor choice. I buffed the wrong unit. I meant to do the Crusader so that they could get another heal out. I love that ability from the Crusader. It's so nice to keep people healed up on stress, to keep them off of death's door. I hope the Plague Doctor is half physician, half alchemist. All of the character classes in the game actually have a little comic made by the Red Hook, the developers of the game. So if you are really curious, you could just go online, look for Darkest Dungeon comics, and you'll get a little comic strip of all the characters. For instance, the Plague Doctor, she is a student of the physical arts. There's a comic strip where she's doing like experiments like dissecting a frog, and then she gets a momentary moment of inspiration when she comes across the dead body of her instructor. She decides that she wants some first-hand knowledge, so she dissects him in the study room, and that is her comic. That's her character. The Plague Doctor is a insane physician. Basically, all of these characters are insane, except the leper. He's not insane. He's just a leper. But it's funny, you know. All the characters, they all have their own backstory and history, and they're all twisted in some way. None of these characters are nice people. Oh, no, 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 they are not. So we don't really care about... Dude, I'm so glad I gave him that trinket. We don't really care that much about hitting anyone, or about applying the buff, because this guy doesn't really do that much anyways. Dude, you need to heal, but I actually think it's okay to toss out a stun. I did not realize the Plague Doctor was a girl, said Cat Samurai. Absolutely. That was surprising. A stun would be nice, but you are very slow. You are going to do a Wicked Surge. So we will be able to heal the Vestal before anyone else moves. You are dead. So I think... No, I think we need to lunge, because that'll put the Vestal in a position where they can big heal themselves. So let's lunge, and we'll lunge at the General because this guy is dead to the poison, just to do some extra damage. You could buff protection a little bit, but I think your best bet is to kill the Sharpshooter.
Decimated.
You know, we probably should not have done that, because if it didn't crit, it could have left a corpse, which would have just been revived and could have messed up the Vestal a little bit, but we'll just have the Vestal heal. I'm not giving up. Crushing Blow is doing a lot more damage than usual. It's because of the damage buffs being applied, I think. So you're dead. Yep. You're taking some damage. I think we'll just start blighting you. We know what needs to happen.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Just keep healing, and if he tosses out a ground pound, it doesn't really matter so much. I'm actually going to do another heal. We can stall a little bit here. We can stall a little bit here because the Bone General, he's going to be pretty inaccurate. He's going to have the Blight. That's going to kill him over time. We can stall and just heal up, I think. Actually, a Withstand would have probably been better there. Yeah, they're loving focusing on the Vestal right now, which is highly frustrating. I really don't want them to kill the Vestal, but they're going for her.
Exposed to a killing blow.
All right, you got me. We should have hit you or stunned you or something. I did not expect you to ground pound crit 2 people, but it's actually still not that bad. I'm surprised that we moved before everyone else, though. Stress is still relatively low and spread out, which is ideal, and health is good.
Sedated.
So we did gain like 30 stress from that, but that's okay.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven.
Guess we
to
don't need the
mud.
torch. And there's a box, which we don't need, so we're gonna keep moving on. This might be a run where we finish the entire mission and then just camp and backtrack, which would be perfectly acceptable. Frustrating. I hate when they target my Vestal during Endless, says Ferdacula, super frustrating. Especially if she dies, I'd imagine. More dudes. At least they're surprised this time. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to bringing the map every mission. Does that buff your speed? It buffs your accuracy. Stun or Plague Grenade. I think we'll open with a stun. I'd love to stun them all on this turn. Yeah. Because we get quite a bit of damage out of that. Perfect target for the Graveyard Slash. Kinda wish that it hit because we could have maybe built up a little bit of karma for the Vestal. 12 damage. So this is likely gonna kill you. And you're dead, okay. 6 damage. That's surprisingly low damage. Dude, I'm starting to love the leper with that purge ability. Him just tossing out those... You should heal. Him just tossing out those purges is very helpful. The reason why I healed was I was worried about the graveyard slash hitting her and getting her down to death's door, but luckily that didn't happen. I suppose if you buff the movement chance and speed of the leper, they could knock back on the first turn, which means that the Crusader in front could just like start smacking people in the front, but I just really like the good heal. I really like the lunge from the Crusader as well. He can hit everyone except for the first position, which is totally fine. We should have just done a stun. Oh, we got him anyways. Beautiful. It's also a nice ability because it buffs his accuracy over and over again. Let's do a stun. Because we're just stalling to kill him next turn with poison anyways. We'll just do a party heal on the next turn. And there's a lot of chests for the backtracking, so I'm beginning to look forward to the backtracking and wanting to accumulate as much loot as possible for the way back. Okay, let the Crusader go, please. Good. By the way, in case you didn't know, speed is only a rough indication of turn order. It's not a guaranteed indication of turn order. So even though that guy had a speed of 2 and the Crusader has a speed of 3, he could still go first. I think it's everyone rolls a d6 and no, I think everyone rolls like a d12 and then adds that to their speed, and that's the turn order. So there is a lot of variance in there. So basically speed plus or minus 6. Something like that. It's something like that. I don't quite remember. It's been a while. Plague Grenade or Blinding Gas? I am gonna go Plague Grenade into a Vestal Stun, which should be good enough. Keeps the cultist locked down, and if we hit with the Crusader, we can kill. Even though it's an overkill, I'm very happy about this. Thought it was a d6. I think it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I know that that's roughly how it works. That's why you do have variance in there with the turn order. I'm gonna buff your speed. Make sure you always go first, hopefully. We are gonna do another lunge with the Crusader, though. I want him to be a tank, so we need to get him in there and have him be a tank. Well, that's okay. I am admittedly loving the crits from this pen. It is fantastic. And now we'll toss out some plague. Some of the plague. Not the plague. He still moved before the Crusader. We have a speed of 8, he has a speed of 7. Makes sense. That little bit of variance screwed us out of one... Well, not really one of anything now that I think about it. Didn't screw us out of anything, damn it. I'm loving how lenient the game is being right now with the stalling. You moved first again. The game is not giving us any complaints about leaving 1 or 2 enemies alive and then just doing heals over and over again. I love it. Admittedly, this is a pretty good party for doing this with. Yeah, fun game. do it again. Mother of Zerg says, I'm a broke man, I bought my new computer. Yeah, but I hope it's a good computer at least.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We don't need the bandages. I'd probably rather have the money, but I may live to regret that. Or maybe I won't, as the case may be. But I'm keeping the key. I'm keeping the key because I want a secret room. Scouting also does give you more possibilities for secret rooms because you obviously get more scouting.
Carelessness will find
No clemency in these places. I made sure I got the good stuff for a reasonable price. When GPU prices come down, I hope to be able to buy a card, but the prices are just too dang high. Ah, this point-blank shot piece of garbage. Let's get ready for him, because we know what's happening. Try to stun him. Did work, buys us a turn. Unfortunately, the Brigand Hunter in the back is gonna get several turns when we can't hit him, because normally that third position unit is not stealthed, and I can toss out a double attack via the Plague Doctor, but not anymore. So we're just gonna try to kill the Bloodlighter first. If we can kill him first, this guy gets pulled to the front, we can stall from the Hunter. And I think we will kill him. He's dead to one Plague Grenade, so.
The will to fight falters.
So that is a easy choice for a kill.
A momentary abatement.
The will to fight falters. No, I think we're still good.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And speed of 8. Your attacks do no damage. I don't care if you go first before me. Unless they crit. Hey, for once it didn't crit. So thank you for that. You dodged, that's fair. You're actually dead. I accidentally killed you. Yep. But we don't really have that much stress anyways. Death blow resist plus dodge minus crit tenacity ring. I don't have one of these, but I don't really care to have one. So there you go. No medicinal herbs. No medicinal herbs. I've never seen 2 of those in one hallway. That's interesting. Speed of 6. You know what? Buff the leper so he kills him in one hit. %69% chance to hit, crit for 49. Although this means that the stun is a little bit wasted, but there's only one of them alive. That's still an acceptable result. I probably should not try to stall. But you never know. We did get to move first, even though the speed difference is 3 to 7. And we're stacking up a lot of these gems.
Can be felled. They can be beaten.
Haven't had gems like this in a long time. Hey, at least we did get good scouting there. This might be the last room that we have to do, because all we have to do is combat, not explore 90% of rooms. Can be blighted, can be stunned. You are the true gem. Oh, thank you, thank you. There's nothing we can do to increase the chance of hitting. We might as well just go for the hit. With the stun, we can kill this gargoyle with the Plague Doctor next turn. And because they're stunned, I don't see a reason really... Well, I guess with a speed of 10, there is a reason to try to kill one of them. Yeah, maybe we should have hit this guy, because it probably would have killed him. They love critting the Vestal. I don't know why. She's having a bad day. So you've had a bad day. Oh, I guess we're not gonna kill him because you're stunned. That Lash of the Tail, or Flurry of Claws, whatever that ability is, that... You got stunned again? Whatever that ability is, must have a very poor chance of actually landing the move, because we never get moved. It says that it can move, but it never seems to move. Stall out for a bit. We gotta do some heals now. Because it says move resist, but the skill in the bottom right corner does not say that it does move, so I don't understand it at all. I must be missing something. Maybe I'm missing exactly nothing, but it feels like I'm missing something. Go for a stun. We'll probably camp after this, just so that we can say that we've camped. We still have 2 camping logs, and we are 90% of the way done with this mission. I think it's about time. I think it's about time. Hey, you're dead. Although, if we have the ability to toss out a couple of stress heals and heals, maybe we'll just do the next room, then camp. No, we should camp first. You want to know why? If we don't camp first, we might not be able to take the loot after the next room battle. When you fight a room, normally you can use a camping log and then pick up the treasure, but when it's the last room of a mission, for some reason you can't do it. You have to exit out, say no, stay in the mission, then you can camp. So I'm gonna do it like this in this order, because I think it's slightly better. Prevent nighttime ambush. We don't really need to remove mortality debuffs, but you might as well, and then buff your accuracy, and then... I don't know, can we remove your stress? Yep, there you go, beautiful. Easy. Now we'll do this mission. And there is a new combat there, but that actually doesn't really bother me, does it? Because it's just more combat, who cares? And it's not even that bad of combat. The ghoul is the only real problem here. And in fact, we might want to just go for the ghoul first. Just to hope that we can kill him before he deals a lot of stress. Nasty dodge. Hopefully the stun lands, though. Hey, nice. The ghoul is fast, so he'll go before the Leper Crusader in all likelihood. But even if he just gets in one attack, that's not bad, because we still have another camping log anyways.
Impressive.
Petals must fall. Says who? Can we move first? Oh, we did! That's surprising. The ghoul did nothing. It's so good. I think maybe I should have had the Plague Doctor bring the ability that removes the bleed and blight, Battlefield Medicine. It's a fantastic ability. It means basically that, you know, damage over time abilities are much less likely to kill because of the fact that you can straight up just remove the blight and bleed. So it's a very nice thing to have. And it can save you a lot of damage too, because the leper is taking 12 more damage. Now, dump that.
Success so clearly.
Honestly, dump the debuff charm too.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Honestly, dump the torches too. And at this point, we can probably also dump the shovel. Look, there's a lot of stuff we can dump, okay?
Precision and power.
If you have that ability, that seems like 2 extra inventory spaces. That is true, you know, you don't have to bring antivenom or bandages. It's just it's a nice ability to have. But these enemies, you know, in the ruins, we haven't really been dealing with too much blighting or bleeding. We get hit for a little bit every once in a while. Rain of Whips is one, but I think we're okay to not even worry about it here. You know, if I was going to pretty much any other biome, I would probably bring it. But I don't, like, there's not even any poison here, unless you're fighting one of the bosses in this location. There's no poison here, so you don't really need to worry about that at all. Protection. You're being guarded. I think we want to stun. Wow. What? I think that was a 95%. Yeah, that was a 95% stun chance that failed. It happens. It certainly happens. Well, that's okay. I love these guys. I'm starting to love the leper. It's been such a good ability to have Purge. These enemies can't do anything. Bayonet jab, stumbling scratch, or clumsy axe blade. They've just been so garbage when they get knocked around. It's lovely. I have a newfound appreciation for the leper after this. You're dead in 2 turns. You're stunned, finally, after 2 other failed attempts. Foul warning! Beautiful. And Hades, welcome, how's it going? I didn't even notice you earlier. Hi, you said fun game. It is a fun game. Leper is great. I love the leper, he's fantastic. I love it when he crits for 94 damage or whatever the heck it was. Oh. Might as well buff somebody. Might as well get you off of the block. Yeah. That's why I buffed you. Start smacking. What a great mission. The Tempting Goblet. Very rare. Plus 20% max HP, plus 3 speed, plus 8 dodge, plus 25% stress, minus 10% virtue chance. It's a keeping you alive trinket with the max HP and the dodge. It's the cup from the bone man who keeps throwing the goblet on us. It's his cup. We got his cup. It's very rare. I'm glad we got it. Now, is this the end of the mission? It is not the end of the mission. There's going to be more combat. I can tell because I can use firewood if I wanted. How weird is that? Because of the aforementioned mechanic I was talking about being unable to camp when it's the last combat of a mission, I could tell that that was not the last combat of the mission. So we got more to do. You're busy, tired, and bored. You decided to check the stream because you got nothing to do. Well, I'm hoping that you're enjoying the stream and having a good time being tired and bored.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Stun's not gonna land. At all. It's true though, you haven't been here in a while, but I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you again. Say hi.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Excuse me, EDU has the runs. Minus 20 dodge, minus 10 max HP. Well, you better go catch it. Darkest Dungeon is always fun to watch. It's a fun game to play too. I'm kind of in a weird moment with Darkest Dungeon though. Really what I'm doing is just trying to farm out the experience for these missions so that I can actually go and fight the bosses and then do the Darkest Dungeon. But even then, it's still good.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Stun's not gonna land. But I am in a bit of a... Oh, you moved up. I am in a bit of a... not rough patch with Darkest Dungeon, but there's not a lot to do in Darkest Dungeon except grind out these champion level missions. Let us be done with this. I will try. Honestly, I should have just hit him. Camp and remove the disease for free. Oh, we are gonna camp. But we're gonna do the next mission first, then we're gonna camp. Stress is fine. Now you're dead. What does that mean? You dead, but I'm your dad? I don't know. Oh man, it's been so long.
Even the cold stone seems bent
Bent
on preventing passage.
There's 2 more combats left, and then we're gonna backtrack and probably get into more combat, but I wanna backtrack for the loot. There's so much of it. Okay. Double Blight. I have to remember, because we have the Vestal who can only stun from her position, we want the Double Blight out first so that she has an opportunity to stun and we have an opportunity to lunge with the Crusader. Perfect. Now the Blight might be a little bit of an overkill on that enemy that we crit for 44. It's not about him. It's about him if we don't get the KO on the Crusader's attack, and it's about this Bone Sharpshooter who's still alive and who's already taken 16 damage, and I haven't even hit him with anything particularly strong or effective. That's what it's really about. They're taking 12 damage. So again, we can kill if this stuns. Perfect. Try to just keep these guys purged when possible, I suppose. And unfortunately, you have 70% protection, but that's all we can really do with that turn.
In a single strike.
A very small critical. Ah, he's stunned. That's unfortunate. All right, let's start getting around your protection. You are dead. I guess his protection wore off after. I guess the guard lasts for 2 turns, but the protection only lasts for 1. Is that how that works? Would have thought that the protection would last longer, but whatever. Because in my head, I'm thinking to the Houndmaster, his buff lasts for 2 turns, but his guard only lasts for 1 turn, weirdly enough. Crack and groan on my chair. Well, might as well. You're not exactly doing anything else. Honestly, toss out 1 heal and then you're moving next turn. You have nothing to do. You have no one to heal. So you're dead. We dodged. You're dead. I'm not gonna stall for another turn. Probably pick up stress or something. 5 Onyx, full stack. You might, yeah, you might as well dump the shovel, start building up more stacks, and get rid of the debuff charm. We're never gonna use it. So continue adventuring. We'll do the last remaining hallways, start doing all of the backtracks you've ever seen. Oh, and I really wish I had holy water for this, but that's okay. Honestly, I'm just gonna kill you. Normally I do some sort of like purge ability, but like, why even bother? I'm just gonna murder you. You're gonna live with 1 HP, which sucks, but you're dead anyways. It's always a weird situation when the leper moves before the plague doctor. Because what's the plague doctor's speed? Isn't it like 13? Or 9, but it's still high. You might as well heal. You're not doing anything else with your turn. You're not doing anything either. You're not doing anything either. All right, well. Welp. Honestly? Like Doctor stumbled over pebbles. They got pushed to the back of the party order. Oh, if we tarry, by the way, this guy was stealthed. I don't know how you're gonna kill him when he's stealthed, but if we tarry, more will come. Why don't the enemies just stay stealth for forever and then we don't have any opportunity to kill them? There you go. You ever think about that? Huh, game? Huh?
A momentary abatement.
Sometimes I hate that. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. At least we didn't get stressed from it. Oh, that's a lot of money. But I don't really want to dump anything right now because everything we have is what we want to have. Hold on. This is right. I wish we had this holy water still, but I did get rid of it a long time ago. So are we going to camp again? Honestly, since we're done with combat, this seems like a very good opportunity to do that. We'll just buff ourselves for the rest of the floor. In case we do get into more combat. And buff your accuracy. Oh, I don't have enough respite to remove the disease. I thought it cost 2. It actually costs 3. Well, that's fine. Oh well, we'll pay for it. Not like it's very expensive anyways. Blast it all. Blast it all, okay, well, if only we had holy water, we could have had some more loot from that, but that's okay. Yeah, I know there's moves to de-stealth, but what's also funny is I was actually focused on, I was actually very much focused on attacking the other enemies. So I killed them in like 1 or 2 turns. The guy just came out of stealth, and it's like, oh hey, by the way, we do not tarry. It's amusing when that happens, when you're actively focused on killing things and the game is still like, don't stall. I'm watching you, buddy. Don't think I'm not. You piece of garbage. What do you have? Range, range, and range. Right, I forgot about it. EDU-Com is the best leopard with the worst skills. So we're getting some gold out of this. Gold, gold, deeds, deeds, trinket. What do we have? Torches, food, and 1 key left. That's a lean inventory. We are getting some stress just by walking, but it's really not that much. Also, I should probably dump my light level. At lower light level, you get more loot.
Otherworldly corruption.
So maybe we'll do that now. And I hope that we can get some more stuff out of this. We can always torch up before combat because we have 8 torches. You know what? Nah, there's nothing worth it losing from that. Except our lives. This is like the most backtracking with the least actually happening. So that's a stress up if you roll poorly, so I'm not going to touch it. There is combat, so we will torch up now. But hey, we got 2 free food out of this. Oh, it's so nice. Thank you, game, for the free food. All right, let's start murdering some of these guys. $15 to 26. Why can you not kill a maggot? I don't know what his problem is. He can't kill a maggot for the life of him. Maybe he just doesn't like maggots and,
the promise of
you know,
safety.
unclean stuff. I wouldn't in real life either. So it makes sense to me. Just don't crit him, thank you. A little bit of stress is fine. Okay. Okay, now you crit. Now you can kill him. Now you have the capability. So, dump the light again.
Secrets and
I'll use a
wonders
key
can be
here.
found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Got a lot of money from that, which is beautiful. And then we have a couple more chests. It's trapped! Dun, 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 dun,
Wealth
dun, dun, dun,
beyond
dun, dun.
measure.
Four
To the
busts.
brave and the
We don't really need the
foolhardy
torches
alike.
anymore. We can... I'll dump the torches and keep the busts because that's 2/3 of a stack. But if we find money, maybe we'll replace it. This is going to be a very good mission as far as loot goes. The contents are yours. 2 sapphires? Really? Okay, you know what? Dump the food, dump the busts, take all of that. Okay, and I think we're out of here. We have a full inventory. We have so much money. More money than I've ever seen before.
Devils remanded to their abyss.
Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. 27,000 plus 12 deeds plus that cool trinket plus the rewards from the mission. So we picked up 30 deeds. 30 deeds on the Dunder Jeep. Thick-blooded. Warrior of Light. Fangophobia. Plus stress if the torch is high. That needs to be removed. Yay, I didn't die, says Brendan Toad. The Vestals are not gonna die.
Women and men,
Oh, Lord.
soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
Lots of recruits.
All will find
Well,
their way to us now that the road is clear.
Don't really need any of these guys because they're all level 0s except for these people who we already have enough of. I have 2 highwaymen, 2 hellions, and 2 abominations still, so goodbye, recruits. We have 70,000 gold, it's so good. And we're not even close to being done with the ruins, we still have more to go. Dude, I'm tempted to just do another ruins mission. I know it's the same mission over and over again, but like, all we have is the runs, and we can remove that with 1 camp. Fangophobia is still there, but like, and you're slower, but it doesn't really matter that much. But like, the party obviously works, that way I don't have to worry about like getting rid of trinkets or whatnot. And I mean, we still have some things to do here, like get rid of wasting sickness, lock in some quirks. I mean, we have so much cash. Warrior of Light, damage if torch is high. That's actually very good, I just don't know if that's gonna always apply. Healer's Gift, Fairweather Fighter. No, let's look elsewhere. Evasive, that's been locked in. Quick Draw is always nice, but I don't think it's super important. Healing Received, minus armor cost. That's one of the worst ones because, you know, at some point you don't need to worry about armor costs anymore, do you? Accuracy v Human. Tuckered out. He's just a little tuckered out and soft. Let's dump soft. He's only a level 3, but I think it's still worth doing, you know, just to make it easier. Plus accuracy range skills. I think we're okay locking in accuracy with a Vestal. That way the stun is more likely to land, but I'd much rather lock in other things like healing abilities. Just plus healing skills, honestly. Enlightened, Calm, Winded, Photomania, Natural, Eldritch Hater, Backtracker, Prismatic, Isolation, Debuff, Resists. What about you, Mud? What do you have? Plus 2 speed. You know, sure. Let's also get rid of Love Interest so you can go do better stress relief. Lock in the speed, get rid of Love Interest. There you go, now we're spending our money. We got this money, let's spend it. Anyways, great mission. I think we should just do the ruins again. Let's just remember that it's 3 cost for removing disease, because we can just remove his disease for free during the mission, and that way the runs, we can just take it with us. Take your runs with you, it's fine. So for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.